What's up, guys? How's it going, everybody? My name is Blitzwinger, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a video of an epic showcase of 12 different Lego Harley Quinn variations that you have never seen. So, with that in mind, of course, this is the third of these that we have made so far on the channel. So, of course, if you haven't seen the one that I've done for The Flash or Batman, go check them out. They really did turn out quite cool. And today we're going to go on ahead and take a look at 12 different Harley Quinn designs that I came up with. Let me know which one is your favorite at the end of the video. And then in addition to that, guys, obviously, let's go on ahead and try to reach 1,000 likes on this video. If we do, I'm going to go into the comment section of this video and take a look at what character or maybe just an additional showcase for Harley Quinn with 12 different variations for Harley. So, let's kick things off with the one and only, kind of, I guess, staying on theme. This is Medieval Harley. So, the idea behind this character is almost kind of a medieval-inspired, obviously, look. So, you can see we went for a much different haircut. She has a giant, I guess it's supposed to be like a bat sort of thing. It's just a giant weapon. Typically she would use the mallet or like the giant hammer, so it's a bit of a play on that. And I went for the color scheme, kind of a gray and black design, but obviously still representing a little bit of the black and red that she's known for, and going for that asymmetrical look, you know, where one half of the character is one color and then the other half of the character is another. So kind of sticking to that whole asymmetric concept that Harley is so very known for. Now, next up, this is probably one of the coolest ones of the bunch. This is Riddler Harley, or a combination of Riddler / Harley Quinn. That's the idea behind this one here. So you can see that we do have the question mark pattern available and present all throughout. You have the kind of purple and green color scheme going on for the haircut, and she does have the two dual-wielding pistols. I wish you could recolor each one individually, because I think that would have been much cooler, obviously. But outside of that, you can see obviously that whole asymmetric pattern of the purple and green going back and forth. So again, if there's a video that you would like to see as a custom for any of these, you can make that request also in the comment section below. And what I'll do is I'll go on ahead and probably make like a quick little post video over on my Instagram page at Blitzwinger. So make sure you guys follow that if you haven't yet. Thank you guys so very much for that support. Now, with that in mind, who is next? Well, let's take a look, shall we? So after the completion of Riddler Harley, I did go on ahead and put together Harley Cat, which is supposed to be a combination between Harley Quinn and Catwoman, because I felt like, you know, maybe in a Gotham City Sirens storyline or something like that, maybe we could see something like an Elseworlds combination where Harley actually takes on the role and the moniker of Catwoman, and so she becomes Catwoman, and that's kind of the idea and the design behind this particular look. So I think that this one actually did turn out really cool. We went with a mostly red, but obviously a little bit of blue present throughout. I did choose the Harley Quinn torso piece as well as the Harley Quinn head piece, so both of those are present, but then went ahead and went with the Black Cat helmet, obviously repainted from black into red. I think that that looks really quite cool. She's got the claws going on as well, which looks really neat. So that's the inspiration behind this particular variation on the character of Harley Quinn. This time it is the combination of Harley Quinn along with Catwoman. All right, who is next? Let's take a look, shall we? Next up, we have Space Harley. So this is Harley Quinn as though she has ventured into space on a mission. So you can see that she's got this giant backpack piece. I was kind of thinking of going with the, I guess like a breathing tank and all that, but I'm not going to spoil things for now. Just stick around. You'll see what I mean. And there's a reason why I didn't go with the breathing apparatus for this particular design, or like a helmet, because honestly, again, when you go for a helmet look for Harley Quinn, it kind of covers up most of her face piece. So that's why the idea here is, I guess, maybe she's preparing to launch into space, but she hasn't yet. We have the Atom for the torso piece, and I went for the overall color scheme here is obviously blue and black is the design. You have these two ray gun blasters, because obviously in space those would fit, and you can see that even her hair has been repainted to be the black and blue design to kind of emulate that whole concept going on for this particular design. And obviously she's got the flight ability just due to the wings. I felt like it'd be appropriate to include that as well. Okay, so let's move right along to our next design. Ooh, this one's going to be a controversial one. I know some people probably will not like this one, but I think it's actually one of the best ones of the bunch. And this is Huntress Harley. So this is basically a crossover design between Huntress and Harley Quinn. Obviously, Huntress wears a mostly purple and black attire, so that's why I went for that design here. And you might notice also that for all the different Harley Quinn designs here, I did go on ahead and implement different variations on the headpiece. So you could see like some of them, she has the jester hat. Some of them, it's the two-tone color for the haircut, and then some of them is inspired by the design from the Harley Quinn movie, or the Birds of Prey movie, sorry, where it's the white hair, but then the tips of her hair are actually colored differently as well. So we went with the whole gamut of different Harley designs to be included because I felt like it would be appropriate. So again, I think this one makes a lot of sense in the context of just DC as a whole, and in addition to that, I think it actually just turns out really cool. Like the black and blue purple combination works very, very well, and I guess it makes sense since it's a really cool design for Huntress herself also. Okay, so with that in mind, let's go on ahead and now bring up our next character, and this is going to be Lantern Harley. So the concept behind this one is obviously pretty straightforward. The idea here is just simply, this is Harley Quinn as though she has become a Green Lantern, which is probably not very likely as it is. I mean, I don't know if Harley would be a Green Lantern. If I had to guess which lantern she would be, I mean, I guess you could kind of maybe make the argument for several different variations for Harley Quinn to be a lantern. I mean, you could probably even make the argument that she could be the Lantern of Hope, possibly. I don't know. I guess maybe that could make for a really interesting question here for today as well. If Harley Quinn were to become a lantern character, like really to become a lantern character in the comics, which one do you think she would be? And why? Let me know in the comment section below. But the design turned out really cool. Obviously, the color motif here is the green and black. So again, went for the hair recolored into the green and black. And I did go with the really, really vibrant green just because I think it looks a lot better. And it just has so much more color and so much more pop to it. So I think overall, this looks the coolest as far as the variations of the green that are available in the game. All right, so from there, let's move right along. Ooh, okay, so personally, this is either my favorite or second favorite one. This is Wizard Harley. So the idea behind this design is obviously as though she has maybe like a little bit of a crossover with like Black Canary, or maybe you could also make the argument that you could do a crossover with like a Dr. Fate type character. The concept behind this one is really, really cool. I'm super happy with how this one turned out. And you know how we've got the whole asymmetrical pattern thing going on with like the blue and black typically present? That's why I even cast the spells that way, where one of the spells is blue and the other one is kind of like dark gray or black. And that's the idea behind it, is to just try to capture that kind of asymmetric dynamic that is very, very common for Harley Quinn. And I think that this one turned out really cool. I went with the hat from Mad Hatter, actually, and I think it looks really, really, really cool. And we get a new design, completely new design and completely new aesthetic for Harley Quinzel. All right, next up. Remember when I said I didn't want to use the breathing apparatus again? I don't know why this one has the speedster ability still. That's very, very odd. But the reason why I didn't want to reuse, I guess, the breathing apparatus item again is because I've already gone ahead and used it for this one, which is Aqua Harley. So the design here is obviously kind of inspired almost like an Atlantis Harley Quinn, but obviously she cannot breathe underwater. So because of that, we've given her the oxygen tank plus the breathing mask, and the color motif here is the blue and then almost kind of this teal color, I guess. It's supposed to be obviously something of a, I guess, kind of a reference to oceanic life and just the typical colors that you would see there in terms of like the color of maybe like seaweed or something like that, you know? So that's the reason for that particular color use. And I think that it turns out pretty cool, all things considered, because it's obviously to a certain extent difficult to create a design that still captures Harley Quinn while also making it look like a character that has come from the ocean. So that's the idea behind this one, and I think it turned out decently well. All things considered. Okay, and so let's go on ahead and move right along to the next one, shall we? This is Bat Harley. So you might have noticed a bit of a trend here where I went ahead and tried, for the most part, to look at most of the Birds of Prey characters and then do a bit of a crossover with Harley, as though, okay, what would happen if Harley Quinn, let's say Batwoman is out of town and she's like, hey, Harley, can you take up the moniker of being Batwoman? That's kind of the idea behind this. Honestly, it could be kind of a cool, almost storyline series where Harley takes up the roles of different members of the Birds of Prey characters. I did go on ahead and obviously try to add a little bit of a twist to each and every single one of them. So here we've got the asymmetric color pattern again, the black and pink this time, kind of Bret Hart-esque. Obviously still using the Harley Quinn headpiece. And then obviously, she's not going to use batarangs or anything like that. She's got her still very iconic giant mallet ready to rock and roll and ready to go on ahead and defeat all the enemies throughout. Now, why do we have flight on a lot of the characters? Because it's just easier to get around town much quicker and, you know, change up the scenery for the different characters that we're looking at. Okay, so next up, we have Joker Harley, which, again, in the context of the comics, kind of can make sense, right? Imagine a mission or a situation where Joker is trying to trick Batman into thinking that it is him who has arrived, but it's actually Harley who has taken up the mantle of the Joker. And I did want to go on ahead and obviously still maintain the fact that she would have the longer hair than Joker would, so that's why you've got kind of the longer haircut than what you would typically use for Joker. So you've got the green hair there. Went with the baseball bat for this one just to keep it varied. And obviously, for the most part, the rest of the outfit is pretty much Joker, except for the giant kind of fur hoodie that she has rocking and rolling as well. So again, nice variation of Harley Quinzel. Next up, we have the variation that I think a lot of people really like, and this is Zombie Harley. I think this is my personal favorite of the entire bunch that I managed to come up with. I just think that this one turned out so cool. The black and white color combination works so well, and it looks very, very dynamic. Went ahead and added the dress piece, or I guess skirt piece for this particular one, just because I think it looks really cool with just the, again, the color swap between the white and the black and kind of continuing to vary that. And then we use this much more menacing face to kind of create a zombified look for Harley Quinzel. And obviously for weapons, she just has these giant claws available to her as the weapon of choice. And then, of course, guys, like always, we have to end things off on a goofy design, because all of the other designs, we kind of try to actually, you know, think of something that would make sense, think of something that would look kind of cool. But then, for the last design, just like we had the Batmobile Man, we're going to go on ahead and end things off on a bit of a goofier look. And so, drum roll please, let's take a look at our last design, shall we? Our 12th design for Harley Quinzel is Dino Harley, which sounds like a weird motorcycle, doesn't it? So the idea behind this one is it's literally just Harley Quinzel dressed up as a dinosaur, or I guess maybe a crocodile, but dinosaur is really what we're going for. So this is kind of a play on, you know how Batman has that giant dinosaur statue in the Batcave along with the giant coin and everything. So that's the idea behind it, is as though one of the villains, in this case I guess it's Harley Quinzel, who was inspired by that giant dino, and so then boom shakalaka, you get Dinosaur Harley as a result of that. Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Those were 12 unique Harley Quinzel designs that you have never seen. Using the Lego DC Supervillain design, or sorry, customizer, we went ahead and designed these characters for today. Of course, don't forget, if you guys enjoyed the video, hit that thumbs up button. That really, really does help out a ton. So thank you guys so very much for the support. Hopefully we can reach 1,000 likes on this video. If we do, then of course you can expect another one of these customs coming very, very, very soon. Hopefully within a couple of days after we reach the like goal. Thank you guys so very much for watching today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know which of the 12 Harley Quinzel designs for today is your personal favorite, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye, everyone.